The alpha male was once considered the most dominant and exciting male archetype. They got all the attention, and other types of men were placed beneath them in the social hierarchy. But these days, the Sigma male is now the most sought-after kind of man. Sigma males are very complex beings that are not fully understood but are fascinating to watch, sort of a sweet and sour vibe at the same time. They are reserved yet free around people, and very interesting to be around. Although they are a mystery, what draws people to them is the simple way they live their lives. Indeed, Sigma men are complex themselves, but their lifestyle is quite simple. They are very natural and fake nothing about their lives. They are intelligent, confident, and possess leadership skills that even rival those of alpha males, yet they do not go around trying to be the boss. While some Sigma males are born that way, others choose to live their lives like that through years of effort and discipline. Almost any man can become a Sigma if he's willing to put in the effort. If you have a very complicated life and want to straighten things out, then you should try the Sigma approach. Although no one is perfect, Sigma men are pretty good at living a simple life. So if you want to take your life to the next level, here is a Sigma male's guide to simplifying your life. 1. Don't take everything personally. If you want to simplify your life, you should learn not to take everything personally. People will try to cross you, but how you react to their words will significantly shape your life. Sometimes, you go out to a friendly gathering or any other event, and there's someone making jokes about people, and suddenly jokes about you. There's no need to take it personally. Maybe it was only a joke, and there were no bad intentions behind it. But the moment you take it personally, you subconsciously add meaning to it. Something that started as an ordinary joke can lead to long-term hatred. You begin to hate the person, and soon that person also hates you. You begin to fight each other, and things get messy real quick. Sometimes, it may just be that someone did something that you didn't like, and you react immediately. Both these scenarios could have been avoided if you didn't take any of them personally. So always try to act like a Sigma male, and just let some things slide, especially if they're not worth your time. 2. Don't beat yourself up for something you did or said. It is natural to do something you'll regret later. That's one of the things that makes us human. Even Sigma males make mistakes all the time. But what they don't do is go on dwelling in the past and thinking about that thing. It is already in the past, so why beat yourself up about it? Maybe you should have said or done something better, but you didn't. Of course, it is your fault, but try to let it go. Instead of burying yourself in something you cannot change, why not learn from it so you would not repeat the same mistake? Sigma males are really good at learning from their experiences, so they rarely repeat the same mistake twice. Handling things like Sigma men is better than dwelling in the past. The next time you do such a thing, try to let it go and learn from it. Always remember, everyone makes mistakes, but it is how you handle them that makes you who you are. 3. Be around people who lift you up. One big reason why Sigma males live a less complicated life is that they are always around valuable people, those who can lift them up and make things better. If you want to do the same for yourself, you must start avoiding so-called friends who only come to you when they want something. Start spending your time with people who deserve it. Don't try to manage people in your life. Be honest with yourself. If someone is not worth your time, they shouldn't get it. Always stay around people who value you. You only live life once, and if you waste it on worthless people, you'll definitely regret it in the end. You will never find a Sigma man with someone he knows is worthless. That's why people think Sigmas are cold or unfriendly. They are simply being wise and keeping the right people around them. Just like them, you should do the same. Only let people in who can help make your life better. Anyone else should not be allowed near you because they will only be a distraction from what is important. Always remember that it is the people you surround yourself with that can make you or break you. 4. Learn to say no. If you think that saying yes all the time makes things easier for you, then you're mistaken. There is just no way you can satisfy everybody. If you say yes today, they will come back tomorrow. And if you say yes again, they will keep coming back for more. Sometimes, what they ask of you is something they can even do by themselves. But because you are always available, they dump it on you. Saying no doesn't mean you are a bad person. You can always say no if what they ask goes against your views or stresses you out too much. The way other people see you shouldn't bother you because you cannot make everyone like you. Even if you try your whole life, people will still think wrong about you. Sigma males do not care what other people say about them, which will never bother them. They always say no whenever they don't approve of what you ask them to do. Even if this does not go well with the person, at least the Sigma man knows he has one less problem to worry about. 5. Don't complicate things if you don't have to. Most people like complicating things for no reason. They take something simple forward and turn it into something complex and tiring. If you are that kind of person, then your life can never be simple. If you want to simplify your life, try not to complicate things, especially when you know you can avoid them. The best way to do this is to always be transparent in all your dealings. Try to avoid any kind of shady stuff. Live your life with all honesty and avoid twisting things unnecessarily. Sometimes, lying to protect someone might seem to be a good option, but that lie will surely catch up to you one day. And when it does, no one will see your good intentions, but they will only see the lie. Always remember to do your part to the fullest. Do not cut corners or try to play smart. Everything you dodge today will surely come back to look for you in the future. And even if the only option is to twist things around, always have a contingency plan to make sure you can clean up the mess you will leave behind. The less complicated you make things, the easier your life will be. 6. Let go of things you can't control. Your life is complicated because you are trying to control everything. There are some things that you will never be able to control, no matter how hard you try. Spending your time trying to find a way to handle these things will be the biggest mistake you can ever make. Instead of trying to control these things, try to let them go. Even though letting go is very hard, it is the best thing to do. For instance, you cannot control how someone feels about you, so there's no need to force them to love you. If you really like someone, and you've done everything possible to make them like you back, and they don't, there's no shame in letting go. Letting go doesn't mean you're weak, it means you're stronger. Plus, when you stop chasing that dead end, you get your freedom back and can pursue other meaningful things. Instead of controlling the uncontrollable, focus your energy on what you can control, and you will get really good results. 7. Stop worrying about what others think of you. One of the biggest mistakes you could make in life is worrying about what other people think of you. People will always have something to say about you no matter what you do. And you cannot control it because that is the way life works. The only thing you can do about it is to pay attention or ignore them. And the best option for you is to totally ignore what others say about you. Sigma males do not care one bit about what other people think about them. They don't concern themselves with that information and will never try to change it. If someone likes you, fine. And if they don't, that's also fine. Living your best life should be your priority, just the same way Sigma men try to. You were not born to please people, and only when you accept that fact can you live a peaceful life. Always do what you feel is right, even if others will hate you for it. 8. Don't compare your first step to someone else's 10th. Many people outside there set unrealistic goals for themselves because they are trying to catch up with someone. There is just no way you can use 1 year's experience to outmatch someone who has done the same thing for 10 whole years. Always remember to walk at your own pace. Do not force yourself to do something you know you cannot. You are not competing with anyone. Everyone has their own clock. You can't compare yourself to someone operating at a different speed from you. The only person racing against you is yourself. If you need to compare, always do so against yourself. Try to see where you have improved and where you need improvement. That way, you don't get carried away by trying to become someone else. 9. Define your priorities. Last but certainly not least, you need to define your priorities clearly. Sigma males are very successful because they know what they want. When you know what you want, you do not spend your time on meaningless things. You only have time for what you know is important. When you have well-defined priorities, you learn how to manage your time well, knowing how much attention you need to allocate to each of them. You need to ask yourself, what is important to you? Is it your career, or how much time do you spend with your family? Place each of them in a hierarchy, so you don't mix things up. Also, never give something meaningless too much attention because it will have negative consequences in the future. Always do what works for you. 10. Stop dwelling in the past. Past experiences can cage you if you don't know how to handle them. Dwelling in the past only makes things more difficult for you. You need to stay positive and look ahead. If you are stuck in your past, you will never see the future. Sigma men learn from their past experiences, but don't dwell on them. No matter how much damage was done in the past, there's no need to carry it with you forever. The moment you let go of your past, you begin to appreciate what you have in the present and see what the future holds. Your past is there to shape you, but don't let it control you. Learn to express yourself without bringing your hurtful past into the conversation. No matter how bad it was, it can't get to you again.